Hi, welcome to Made to Heal with Angela Brown. What are some good habits and what are some bad habits? We all have good and bad habits. So I'm going to put in a reminder of my online 12-week course that starts June 24th and goes to September 9th. It is for ages 18 on up, and it helps you grow spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and physically. So for many years, I was stuck in all these areas and didn't have really the tools that I needed. All the tools that I needed, I had some, but nothing that was really helping me get out of the anger and the blaming and self-sabotaging and depression and my thoughts incessantly and being negative and complaining mode. And I did deal with suicidal thoughts, and I was not in a good spot for so long. And I just learned over the last going on 9 years, I have learned tools that have helped me heal holistically, naturally, and helped me gain a love for myself and God and others around me, and just really learning how to have connection. That's what we people need. We humans thrive off of connection. And so I have learned, and I'm still learning, things that will help me move forward. So this is just, I teach everything that I've learned in these last several years and I pass it on to others. It is my life mission and purpose to help others help heal in their journey, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and physically. And it really takes surrendering to God and Christ, uh, and enjoying having joy in the whole healing process. And life is going to still be hard and ups and downs are still going to come. But with the right tools, we're able to keep going and conquering life and becoming victors through Christ rather than being in victim mode. And for so long, I was in victim mode. So check that out. And it includes a weekly 1 to 1.5 hour live training with like-minded people. And then you get a one-on-one 15-minute call with me each week to help you hit your specific targeted goal areas. So that's what we have in store. So go ahead and click on the link below. So what are the good habits and bad habits that are ruling your day? So many that I've had. And it's so important to, if you're not loving the way life is going, the flow of life, there's two things that I encourage you to do is to pay close attention to how your day is starting and how your day is ending. So what are your night routines? What are your day routines? And it's so easy. I'm a high energy person, so it's so easy to get up and get caught up and start rolling with my day. A daily reminder I have to tell myself to take a minute to have some stillness and connect with God, and to start with prayer, and to just be in surrender mode and just choose to start my day with happiness, choose to have joy. For so long, I had started my day with, oh my gosh, I got crappy sleep and I'm just, it's going to be a horrible day. And oh my gosh, the kids are already fighting. This is great, you know? So I would get off on a bad note. And when you start off with a bad note, guess what? The rest of your day just kind of follows suit, and it just makes it a hard day. So paying attention to how your day starts, where is your mind, and shifting that mindset. And then how we end our day. How are we ending our day? Are we ending our day again, connecting to God? Start and finish by connecting to God and overviewing the day and seeing how it went, and evaluate yourself and what it is you'd like to see change and what it is you are super proud of yourself. We are not cheerleading ourselves enough. The human mind, our mind is the natural man in us, just wants to beat ourselves down. And it is so important to celebrate your wins, celebrate your everything that's going good for you, and cheer yourself on. And I know God is cheering us on, so we might as well join that and cheer ourselves on. So the habits are good and habits are bad. Good habits are, it takes time to build. What are your bad habits? That's the one thing that a lot of people don't want to pick out, the bad that's going on about themselves, the hard and the yucky and the whatever that we don't really care for everybody to see or the whole world to see. Those are the ones that we kind of need to call out and become aware of and be okay to once we have that awareness of, yeah, that's something, this is a habit that I'm not really proud of. For one, for years and years, anger was such a habit. It was just easy. It was second nature. It's the easy thing to do. Those bad habits that we have are just easy, right? It's just what we're drawn to and what we do all the time. And in order to kick a bad habit, it takes work. It takes a lot of work, and it takes a mind shift, and it takes asking yourself, like, why do I get so angry every time this happens, or whatever's going on? And believe you me, you will get an answer, because more times than not, your anger stems from something outside of the situation that just made you angry. So it's so important to address those anger issues and to have a plan in action. Instead of getting angry, I could do this. So for the longest time, because anger was my easy go-to, and it was just easy to jump to anger and just react in a negative way, and then not only put myself on edge, but put everybody else around me on edge. So because it was such a habit for me to turn to anger, I developed, well, I mean, I didn't come up with it, but I heard of a thing that I thought, you know what, I am going to develop this and make it stronger in me, because I'm tired of going in anger mode all the time. So I heard the thing, when you feel drawn to just go in anger mode, take yourself a step back and count to 10. Count back, count to 10 and breathe. Just breathe and count to 10 before you respond in a negative way. And that really helped slow me down. Instead of having so much explosions, I was able to assess the situation. And more times than not, if we could see the big picture, if we can put perspective in. So with my church, the prophet Russell M. Nelson talked about the importance of thinking celestial. And honestly, when we're drawn to anger, or when we're drawn to these negative emotions that we have, if we can just say, think celestial, in the big scheme of things, does this really matter? Me being a mom now versus 10 plus 15 years ago, I would always, come unglued on just about everything. Everything would set me off. And honestly, now I think celestial. I think in the big scheme of things, does this really matter? Is this a battle that I really need to pick with my kids? Is this a battle I need to have with myself? So it's so important that we are more kind to ourselves and kind to people around us, and get in a better mind frame. So think of those habits that are so easy. Maybe your habit is more of a physical thing. Maybe you keep going for those energy drinks, something to boost your energy and pick you up. But here's the deal. With all those energy drinks out there, and the sugary drinks, the sodas, and all of that, you might think it's just picking you up and helping you start your day, and it's great and all, but it has the opposite effect not long after. It's a pick you up and then a crash. And so what is it that you can steer away from when you have that habit of drawing to that drink, that pick you up drink? What is it that you can do? Because there are so many other things that bring energy. And let me tell you, if it's a habit, it's going to take a while to get out of your system. So allow yourself to have the detox period. It's important to detox our minds of unwanted thoughts that aren't helping us move us in a direction that's good for our souls and our spirit, our bodies. It's important to change our habits, physical and mental. So I'm just thinking of other habits that a lot of the times when we see people coming across bad, or when we see, sorry, my husband started his vehicle and it threw me off guard, so that's the loud noise. When we come across situations, a good habit is to choose not to say anything, especially if things are going on that's not lifting others around. Like maybe you see a situation where someone's getting talked to disrespectfully, or you see a coworker, snub another coworker, whatever. You just see something that's not right. but yet it goes on. A lot of the easy thing to do is to just not say anything. And sometimes that can be a habit of being complacent. Being complacent is a habit of just choosing to stay where you're at. And it's a habit of doing the same things that you've done every other time because it's comfortable. It's what we know. And when I didn't have the tools, and when we don't have the tools, we tend to just stick with what we've known. And so being open-minded, creating a habit of being open-minded for change, create a habit of getting uncomfortable, stepping out of that box of familiarity and comfortableness, and getting out of there and outside of your mind, and really open yourself to new horizons and new ideas, because we are meant to grow. And this just pick up on your bad habits and your good habits, and what do you got going? Celebrate your wins, for sure. Celebrate your wins. It's good writing. Anytime you can write things down, it helps to bring things to awareness. When we get it from our mind to our heart down onto paper, grab a pencil and write down your good habits, write down your bad habits, and see where you're at. It might surprise you. You might just find that you have more good habits than bad habits. Or, hey, what if it's vice versa? What if you have more bad habits than good? It helps bring to awareness where you're at. It's so important that we ourselves grow spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and physically, because if we are not willing to open up and grow, then we're going to stay stuck and stagnant, and life's just not going to get a whole lot better. So in order to be able to look at ourselves and acknowledge that, oh yeah, there's quite a bit of things that I need to change. And I've been on this road to healing myself for going on 9 years, and I have a ton of changes. And sometimes I feel like the old me creeps in every once in a while, and it's just a learning moment. It's a learning tool. It's like, oh my goodness, why am I getting so agitated? I feel like that's my old self, how my old self would have responded. And gosh, I'm so upset with myself. I mean, I found myself having those thoughts, right? And it's just that's when you come to an awareness, and it's like, okay, what is it I haven't been doing lately? Why am I so off? And God will let you know. Anytime you ask and you will receive. Just knock and seek. Are we not to get more knowledge? Are we not to seek for better ways? Are we not to seek to become more holier, more like our Savior? And so what is it we are willing to do? It takes time and effort, and it takes work. And the only person we can change in this world is ourselves. And so that's why it's so good to take an evaluation every so often. I mean, yeah, is it impossible to do every day? Maybe weekly, but maybe weekly, or not weekly, monthly, or every few months. Have that. What are my habits? What are the good habits I've created? What are my bad habits or routines? If you don't like the word habit, what about routine? What are my routines, and what's working and what's not? And what brings me peace and what sets me on edge? And just kind of bring to awareness what's going on without and within yourself. So the changes, you have that power. You have the power to make the changes within through your thoughts, through your actions, and create a beautiful life for yourself. And I'm here to tell you that life is beautiful, and it just because the hard things come our way doesn't mean we can't find the joy, and having gratitude and being able to rewire our brain to have new, different kind of experiences than what we've allowed ourselves. We could just stay so stuck for so long, and that's what I did. I was just stuck in generational patterns. We all have generational patterns of, maybe it's unworthiness, maybe it's it's maybe the generational patterns is money is hard to come by, or maybe it's I'm angry, and gosh dang it, I'm gonna get angry and just make the world pay for it, or whatever. There's so many generational things that keep us stuck. fear. Different kinds of fears are generational too. So not all of the stuff that we're dealing with on a daily basis is ours alone, but it's generational. But here's the deal: when we decide to clear our emotions, when we decide to work on us physically, spiritually, emotionally, and mentally, we are going to become stronger and better for the past generations and for future generations. It's a form of doing temple work. It's a form of improving ourselves so that we can create a better world. And when we are improving ourselves, guys, this is it. When we are working so hard to improve ourselves, we are lifting the energy and vibrations of this world. And boy, does this world need it. And we can't change those around us and circumstances around us, but we sure can change how we respond to those circumstances. And so for so long, I let the world outside me rule how I was inside. And that was not bringing happiness. That wasn't bringing peace. But when we can actually go, wow, the world within can take control so that the outside influences aren't ruling the day, and our new thought processes, and when we change our heart and our minds, how that can change for us. We get to choose. So hey, like and subscribe to my channel, and go ahead and put a bell on notifications. Share it with others. I'm here to share a positive message every day. And again, check out that link for the class. God bless. Until next time. Bye.